All right. I have no idea what's happening tonight, but I do know that we have Tattermask scheduled. Show up, and then I've got an emergency I gotta attend to. But here's Tattermask Asylum. All right. Right now, we've got a Reverb Nation featured artist of the week. This is Tattermask, and who do we got? Who do we got with us tonight?
This is Adam Blackman. I play drums for Tattermask. Been doing it for some years now. What's going on?
Yeah, this is Amanda. I sing for Tattermask.
All right. And all right, for people that have not heard your music, which isn't going to be any of our, listeners, because everybody's heard tons of your songs. But for people that have not, why don't you give a quick, run through about, how the band formed and why you all chose the name Tattermask out of all names?
We could both kick that off in, long branches, but it's kind of a weird twist of a story. But we come out of a band called Flatline, and Amanda auditioned. The band didn't go anywhere after that singer left off. We never hired anybody for the position, so it kind of dwindled off. My brother left our project we were doing to go play with Amanda separately, and after that, my brother calls me up. Then we call Josh up, and then Brandon comes up, and at the time we form what creates the first lineup.
Okay.
But it's weird how we met, though. I don't know what Amanda would want to add.
I don't know. That was pretty weird.
Now.
Like, it was about an hour from my house. I was coming to audition for y'all, singing karaoke style in front of all your friends. That was pretty funny. The reason we chose the name Tattermask, though, it's a word that I actually made up, but it means the emotional facade that you put forth to the world when you don't really want people to know what you're feeling. Sometimes it's just you don't want to share your drama with other people, and sometimes it's that you have drama and don't want people to, poke sticks at it, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's what a Tattermask is, an emotional facade.
Awesome. All right, and it seems like you all are a pretty tight-knit family based on, everything that we've read and everything that we know. What keeps you all, in high spirits all the time?
Well, there's definitely ups and downs with anything. It's a family argues, a family loves, a family, goes through different kind of battles, but we still stuck it out and come back together. But it, some of us have known each other since kids, but, some met and known each other for just some years now. But yeah, we have a weird connection between all of us.
All right, yeah. And it looks like another one of your members has joined.
Probably Josh.
Awesome.
Yes, I have. This is Josh. How's everybody doing?
Not too bad.
Awesome.
All right, and Josh, what do you do in the band?
Well, I pretend to play guitar about half the time. Other than that, I just crack jokes and make fun of people.
Yeah, he does. It's true.
Awesome. Awesome. So, yeah, if I could speak tonight, that would be wonderful. All right, y'all came from the band Frontline, correct?
Oh, God, yes.
Okay.
That was a joke, but yeah, we did.
Okay, and so what makes this band, what makes Tattermask, different than Frontline?
Honestly, all of us care a lot more about the music than we did then. Then we're just kind of about, the whole sex, drugs, and rock and roll thing. And now we actually try to pay attention to what we write and put a lot more thought into it rather than just, hey, here's a heavy riff. Let's just see what we can do with it. And a lot more thought goes into it. We take a lot more care of the music and the image of the band rather than just, here's us, take it or leave it.
Yeah, and I write better lyrics. I'm just going to say that. I'm just kidding. That's mean. But when we take band pictures, we don't have the uniform. That was one of the things that the guys like to joke about is they would always wear like a black shirt or the same color shirt and same color pants or whatever, and it looked like some kind of school picture instead of a band picture. So we try to really rock it out when we take our pictures, and that, like Josh was saying about the image, we really make an effort to have like a stage persona and like not just like a bunch of people standing on stage playing music. We're like actually trying to look like something theatrical.
Awesome. And what style rock would you describe your music?
Our music, I wouldn't say metal. We're on the verge of that, but I think we're kind of just touching the cusp of it. I would just say straightforward hard rock most of the time.
Yeah, definitely. Dramatic, guitar-driven hard rock.
All right. And what makes your band so magical? Because, you got lyrics that most people don't touch, and you've got, a different kind of musical aspect as well. It feels more of a like a theatrical of performance than a band sometimes.
We have a very wide range of people in the band as far as likes and variety, but the very different backgrounds as far as musical influences and even how we were raised on our instruments. Everybody's got their own thing, but I don't know. We just get in and it just happens. Really, it's kind of hard to put into words.
All right. And can you describe some of these creative themed party shows that I keep seeing?
That's old Amanda right there. Yeah, that's her.
I'll let her. Yeah, she can go and explain.
Well, we like to have not just a show, but we like to have little themes for our shows. I mean, I don't know. It's more fun to go to a show if you can dress up, or if people are dressed differently, or people are doing some kind of thing besides just playing music. Because that way it's different every show. You don't just see the same thing. We do have one called Hooter Fest that we do every year. Not sure about this year yet, but that one's based around owls. It's a benefit for a charity in Charlotte called Carolina Raptor Center. We do one called the Tattermask, which is our annual birthday or anniversary show, and we all dress up in Mardi Gras masks and costumes and stuff like that. And that's pretty fun. That's probably my favorite theme to go with. And July 11th we're doing Guitarmageddon, which is a guitar trade show, and it's also our fellow band following through April's CD release that day. That'll be an awesome show.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one too.
Awesome, and from what we know, y'all have opened up for some pretty well-known bands. Who's your favorite? I mean, who made you the most giddy to open up for?
Oh my gosh, Lacuna Coil.
Yeah, that was
there's several we've played for. That each have their own nostalgia from where we grew up listening to certain guys, or just meeting some, and they either being a complete horrible person that you could ever meet, and you'd never think it, and but you meet some and they're the nicest guys ever, and talk to you down to earth. But there's a handful we played through so far that I think all of us enjoyed.
Awesome. One of the names I know very well, Straight Line Stitch. So what was it like meeting them or opening up for them?
Oh, God, they were extremely humble. I mean, they were great to play with. They actually came out and listened to us a lot of the songs, which a lot of the bigger bands just tend to sit in their tour bus and kind of ignore the local openers. I mean, I hate to say it that way, but a lot of them do. But Straight Line Stitch are extremely humble, wanting to take pictures with us afterwards, and, adding us on Facebook. It was extremely awesome.
It was awesome. I really enjoyed playing with Kristen May from Flyleaf, too. She did come out and watched all of the opening bands on the Revolver tour. I thought that was pretty awesome.
Majority of the band was always around at some point in time for all the sets.
Yeah, they were definitely awesome. Jackie wanted a sticker.
Awesome, and it looks like either one more member of your band actually joined in, or one of your fans actually came in, because there's one more here.
It's Harley.
Oh.
All right, so you pretty much got the whole band there now, or the majority of it.
Travis works out of town, so he said he might not be able to call in, but yeah.
Oh, all right. So how was the vibe, and how do you all get along? Being that you've got a mix of chicks and dudes in the same band.
It's very incestual.
Yeah. I don't know if I do that.
No, I mean, honestly, we're like a whole bunch of, friends have known each other growing up, is what it's like, the atmosphere. I mean, we poke fun at each other. We don't act like, hey, this is a guy in the band or this is a girl in the band. We just treat each other exactly equal, and all of us get this, fair share of fun poked at them at any given time.
And we prank the hell out of each other.
Oh, yeah,
Only sometimes.
he does.
Harley, you got to tell him. You got to tell him about the last show. You got to tell him.
Oh, man. Yeah, we are very much a band family, and it is a family full of hooligans that like to play pranks on each other. And, oh, man, did I get Adam good this last show with a exploding glitter balloon that rained terror upon him.
Adam hates glitter. That's why it's funny.
I despise it. Should never have been created on this earth ever.
Walking away from that, looking like a stripper or something. It was hilarious.
As a matter of fact,
great.
I'm still finding glitter on my watch and some clothes and around my house, and my hat. It's everywhere. It's still there.
Oh, man.
Well, I know that happened a long ways away from our equipment, and I'm finding this stuff in my amplifier.
Oh, man.
Oh.
I take it the glitter likes to travel.
It's the VD of the craft world, yeah. It gets everywhere and spreads quickly.
All right. Now, when you said you all are hooligans, does that mean on stage you all are playing pranks on each other, or just around each other?
Well, actually, we do. Well, there have been several times I've been playing and Josh has come up and tried to strum the strings on my bass, and the most memorable time was we were playing a show, I think it was at the Chop Shop, and Josh threw a fake spider at me, and I really, really don't like spiders and didn't know what was going on, so I freaked out for a second and stopped playing the song because there was a spider attacking me. But yeah.
I wouldn't say live, on the live sets, we wouldn't pull too hard of a prank if it's something too obscure to do, like to affect everything we're doing too much, then it's not there. But we joke around, either make faces and, either a little stupid dances during sound checks and, dinosaur dances. There's all kind of stuff, man.
Yeah, it's the big drum and pretend that we're like dinosaurs in Jurassic Park or something, like stomp around a stage like Seymour. It's pretty ridiculous.
So how steep is the competition out in Charlotte, North Carolina?
Well, the good news about that is that a lot of the bands in Charlotte, and this was not always so, this is kind of a recent development, a lot of the bands in Charlotte don't really compete so much as we all work together and try and help each other's shows and come to each other's shows. And everybody in Charlotte, at least in our little pod of folks, is just really supportive and not really trying to be competitive, it doesn't seem like at all. I don't get that vibe from our scene at all.
No, not really.
That's absolutely awesome. Well, I mean, because there's some cities out there that, really try to sabotage each other, and it's pretty sad,
It is sad. Most scenes will die. That's what happens. It dies, and some people figure out that they got to work together to build the scene back up, and then they do, and then it turns into the competitive barrel of crabs, I think is what they call it. But, yeah. But people in Charlotte don't do that. We tend to help each other out and try and give other people advice when they ask instead of, talking smack and keeping all of our little exclusive things, We really try to help each other. And it's kind of the way it needs to be if you want your scene to grow.
And what's the best feedback you all have received so far?
Oh, man. From the CD, nothing but positive feedback. Well, there was one piece of criticism that it was too short. So I guess everybody likes it. So I'm happy about that. For me personally, Kristen May from Flyleaf, who is an amazing singer, probably one of the best live singers I've ever seen. She was on stage at the Revolver Tour and said I had an amazing voice. That made me giddy.
Awesome. And when you play in front of crowds, do y'all prefer small crowds, big crowds? Does it not matter? It's just the fact of getting your music out there. What's your forte?
Oh, we've had a lot of
both. Go ahead, Adam.
Oh, I couldn't tell what anything was said. We all started at the same time. There's been numerous of both. You get some to where me and Josh have been at times playing in the first band and played in front of only one of the bands that was there that night. The rest of them left. There was 5 people we played for. And
at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, at 3 in the morning. So we've had a lot of ones that were like, we just did that for real, or we've had some to where we couldn't stop thinking about it for a week.
Yeah, lately we've been pretty blessed with good crowds, which is good. I mean, really, to me, it's not really the size of the crowd as much as like whether they're into it. Like, I don't care if there's like one person in the room and that one person is really into it, then I'm still cool. Or if that's way better than like having 500 people who really don't care what you're doing or who you are. So I'd definitely say the reactivity of the crowd is more important than the size of it.
I agree.
Yeah, and
I have to agree with Amanda on that. It's more about the vibe that the people send out to you and the energy that they put back. Because I feed off of the energy that the crowd gives me. So if there's good energy there, then that's all we really need.
Awesome. And DJ Sickness, who unfortunately can't join us tonight, but he always asks about rigs. So what's your current rig setup?
Rig setup. Currently, I'm running one of the new PRS Archon amps, and running that through a Marshall cab and a whole bunch of little effects, and then mostly PRS guitars.
Mine, Harley.
Here is my bass of choice. I love that thing. And I use a Mark Bass Randy Jackson TTE 550 head. It's the one with 2 preamps, and I love it. Mark Bass is, anytime any bass player comes up to me and asks me what they should use, I tell them Mark Bass because it is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, that Mark Bass does sound pretty awesome.
I agree.
And Adam, he plays first act, drums, and
yes.
I
bought 5 kits, put them together.
Travis played the PV6505 through the very same kind of Marshall cab that Josh has.
Yeah, that's true.
And didn't you just buy the same pedal board you have too? If it's broke.
Yeah, he's a little copycat, but it's okay. We love him.
Yeah, they like to joke around about that too.
Awesome. And
SM58, but that's not all that exciting.
You should try the Blue Encores. They're phenomenal mics as well. All right. Anyway, so any new band, somebody that would want to start a new band, what advice would you give them to keep up, even though you know how hard the music industry is right now?
One thing I would always tell bands, even though it has really nothing to do with the music, is whenever they get out playing shows, make sure they have a really good roadside emergency kit. Because we've broken down about 7 or 8 times within the past 2 years. And every time we're like, we need to add this to our kit because we didn't have it in there before. But yeah, that's the biggest piece of advice right there. Get a good roadside emergency kit because you will break down and you will be stranded.
Well, actually, go ahead. Sorry.
30 minutes outside of your town, you're not panicking too bad. But when you're 2 hours, 4 hours, or whatever the case may be, that starts to get to where, hey, we're out of town. There's times and places and things happening. You're like, we're out in the middle of nowhere, and it might be miles from something to even be possible to get repair done. But,
like when the gas pedal got stuck down on 985 that time. Broke down on the side of the interstate. There's like nothing around. We're like, uh-oh.
But yeah, I would agree with that. I would say the same thing as a roadside kit.
But business-wise,
I keep cutting you off. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, business-wise, I would definitely say that finding bands that, don't try to compete, with other bands. Try to make friends with other bands and try to, share tips with other bands if you have tips. Or if you don't know anything and, you're really, just starting out and never been in a band before, find bands that you like and, ask them for advice because they know a lot of stuff. And, I don't mind being asked for advice if younger bands, or I guess younger is the word, younger bands come and ask me for advice, and I'll tell them. If they want to know, how I do something, then I'll tell them. And do a lot of research too. That's one of the main things that has gotten us where we are. If I want to play a show, I'll find out who booked the show, and I'll go irritate the crap out of them until they put us on it.
Yeah, I'll say that, and make sure you go out to shows and support the other bands in the scene, because they're the ones that are going to get their fans to come out to your shows.
Exactly.
Because if you're just one of those lone bands that ticks everybody off, we're this superior, musical entity, and no one cares. I mean, no one's going to wind up coming. You have to have friends.
Yep.
That is something totally different than what I always hear, and that's why I always like asking that question, because you just never know what you're gonna hear. All right. So real quick, 5 years from now, how would you define success for your band?
Doing this for a living.
I hate to change the conversation real quick, but this is Harley, and I gotta get back to work and stuff, so I'll be heading out now.
Hey, Harley.
All right.
See ya.
Nice meeting you, Harley.
Okay.
Yeah, success would be, just able to play the music you love, just, and making money for it, going around playing all these different places and not having to worry about bills or anything like that, because you're able to support yourself playing music. For me, that's what success is.
That would be mine as well.
Oh, all right. And if you could open up for anybody, who would you like to open up for? Or if you could share the stage.
We already knocked 2 off on my bucket list with Flyleaf and Lacuna Coil, so I'm good.
For me, it's Alter Bridge.
That would be a good one.
Yeah, that would be a really good one.
That's not too bad. Yeah, there's a lot to choose from. It's like, you got to think of things as far as that mesh well together, as but just you think about it all the time, but when it comes to it, you're like,
Well, I think we gain a lot of fans if it's for Evanescence, because everyone seems to think that we sound like them. I don't, but I can see the comparison, but I think we're a lot different. We don't have the symphonic element to our music like Evanescence does. I feel like I sing in the same style as Amy Lee does on some songs, but a lot of our songs are just way not that, And I definitely think we're heavier, and I think our guitar work is more, we're way more guitar-driven than vocal-driven. But a lot of people compare us to Evanescence, and a lot of our fans like Evanescence, so I think that they would probably be a really good, neat target band for us to open for.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And where can people, buy your music at, and what do you have going on the rest of the year that people could be excited about?
Well, we definitely have some more studio time booked this year, so that's pretty cool. We have Guitarmageddon coming up in Charlotte on July 11th. That's going to be really awesome. We have a lot of stuff in the works right now, but not a whole lot of stuff that's actually announceable, as it were, at this particular time. But we're still going, still booking shows, working on some big shows, and I can't announce anything yet. I was hoping I would be able to, but I can't. So, yeah, stay tuned. We're not going anywhere.
All right, and people would go to find out the latest updates. They would go to Tattermask.com. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Or Facebook page.
Or Facebook, or even YouTube.
All right. Go ahead. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for joining us and everything. And I was expecting more people to chime in, but that's the way it works sometimes.
Yeah, our fans are kind of shy, I guess. They're probably all listening, but they're like, I don't know about calling in. Our fans don't like the phone. We're all millennials for the most part, so I guess that's why.
Well, yeah, it's weird because if we have a local band interview, everybody calls in, and then we have a band outside the local area, they don't know what to say. So
Yeah.
it's pretty crazy like that. All right, but thank you for your time, and it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
All right, you all have a wonderful evening. Take care.
You as well. Thank you.
All right. That was Tattermask, and unfortunately, I've got an emergency I got to attend to, so I got to get going. If I could, run back a little later, I will. But otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you all tomorrow.